Dude, let's watch already. That one line says everything, doesn't it? The impatience, the excitement, that familiar feeling of knowing something good is about to start, and you don't want to miss a single second. There's no dramatic build-up, no long explanation, just that shared understanding between people who know exactly what's coming next. It's Jeopardy time. The room feels alive in that quiet, focused way. It's the kind of energy that only comes from a game you don't just watch you participate in. Even if you're sitting on a couch, even if no one else can hear you, your brain is already warming up, getting ready for the mental gymnastics, the rapid-fire recall. It's a ritual. That iconic theme song starts, the board lights up, and you're in the zone. What'll it be, Sean? That question lands with such weight. Not because it's complicated, but because choice matters here. The categories aren't just boxes on a screen, they're promises. They hint at what kind of thinking you'll need. Fast recall, wordplay, deep-cut history, logic, sometimes all three at once. You'll find yourself scanning the board, making your own pick, silently coaching the contestants from your living room. Go for the daily double. You might whisper to the screen you're not just a viewer, you're part of the strategy. It's an interactive experience, even when you're thousands of miles away from the studio. Every selection feels like a new door opening, a new challenge presented. What is go time? That's correct. Yes, that small burst of celebration feels so earned every single time. There's something deeply satisfying about answering in the form of a question, about getting the rhythm just right. It's not just trivia, it's performance. It's about timing, confidence, and that specific, quirky format that sets Jeopardy. Now, apart from everything else, you feel a little jolt of pride when you nail an answer before the contestants buzz in. It's a quiet victory, a personal high five. And when you get one wrong, it's a lesson learned, a new fact stored away for next time. The game keeps you humble, but it also keeps you sharp. What's it going to be? Now the pressure shifts. You can almost feel the pause before the decision. Not long, just long enough to matter. Number 3. Simple. Direct. No hesitation. Amateur hour. The words sound playful, but there's a real challenge underneath. This is where the fun lives. In categories that sound easy, until they aren't. The kind that pull you in and dare you to underestimate them. These are the categories that test not just what you know, but how you think. They're designed to trip you up with clever phrasing or subtle misdirection. It's a game within the game. This is your recipe. You lean forward a little without realizing it. Because now it's not just about knowing facts, it's about interpretation. About catching the detail that others might miss. Amateur hour. The phrase echoes again, like a reminder. Don't overthink it, but also don't get too comfortable. You're trying to decode the clue, connect the dots, and formulate that perfect question answer. It's a mental race against the clock, against the other contestants, and honestly, against yourself. The satisfaction of unraveling a tough clue is immense. Got it. $1,000. The stakes rise. The board looks the same, but the tension doesn't. You can feel it in your chest. That tiny moment where confidence and doubt meet. You've got the answer on the tip of your tongue, but are you sure? The higher the dollar value, the more you second-guess yourself. It's that beautiful risk-reward dynamic that makes every clue exciting. You're invested in the outcome, both for the players on screen and for your own bragging rights at home. You say it first. Why not make it interesting? This is what makes watching with others so great. Why don't we say it at the same time? Now it's playful, competitive. Share that rare mix where everyone wants to be, right? But no one really minds being wrong as long as the moment is fun. You can feel the countdown in the silence, the shared breath before you both shout out your answers. It's these little moments of connection, of shared joy and friendly rivalry, that elevate the show from just a quiz to a genuine event. It's more than a game. It's a tradition. Thanks for watching. If you love these kinds of shared moments, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. You wrote it down. There's a pause, just enough to let curiosity build. What is a cummerbund? The answer hangs in the air for half a second longer than necessary. Long enough for realization to hit, long enough for the smile to spread. I love you. That line lands softly, almost accidentally, but it carries warmth. Because this is what the show does best. It creates moments. Little ones, shared ones. The kind you remember, not because of the money or the score, but because of who you were watching with. Oh, the reaction is quiet, genuine, no big celebration needed. Just the satisfaction of knowing you were right, or close enough, or thinking along the same lines. The category is black tie fashion. Suddenly it all makes sense. The clue, the answer, the confidence. You can almost picture it's a crisp formality, the polished details, the kind of knowledge you didn't realize you had until it was asked for. That's what I was going to say, and there it is. That familiar moment where two thoughts meet in the same place. Where competition turns into connection. The game is on when you are. That line feels bigger than it sounds, because Jeopardy isn't passive, it never has been. You don't just watch, you play along, you guess. You shout answers at the screen, you surprise yourself. Sometimes you know it instantly. Sometimes the answer sits just out of reach, teasing you. And sometimes, hearing it revealed teaches you something new, something you didn't even know you wanted to learn. That's the magic. The pace keeps moving, but it never rushes you. There's space to think, space to react, space to enjoy the process. This is more than just a quiz show. It's a shared cultural experience. It's the gentle rhythm of a weeknight, the friendly competition between family members, the personal challenge to yourself. How much do I really know? Can I beat the champions from my own couch? It's a space where being smart is celebrated, where curiosity is the currency, and where every answer, right or wrong, adds a little something to your day. You learn about history, science, literature, pop culture all in neat 30-minute blocks. Think about the structure: 6 categories, 5 clues each, a daily double hiding somewhere on the board, waiting to change the game. The satisfying sound of the buzzer, the thoughtful way contestants phrase their responses. It's a format so perfect, so ingrained in our minds, that it feels timeless. And then this final Jeopardy, the ultimate test. 1 category, 1 clue, and 30 seconds to wager everything you've earned. It's a moment of pure intellectual drama. The music builds, the tension rises, and you hold your breath, scribbling your own answer on an imaginary notepad. That's the beauty of it. You're not just a spectator, you're a participant. You feel the thrill of getting a tough clue right, the slight frustration of a brain freeze, and the joy of learning a fun fact you'll bring up at a party later. It connects generations. Grandparents, parents, kids can all gather around and play. The questions span such a wide range of topics that everyone gets a chance to shine. One person might know all the state capitals, while another is an expert on 80s movies. It brings people together, sparking conversations and creating memories. And it's not just about the big wins, it's about the near misses. Oh, I knew that. Moments that come a second too late. It's about rooting for your favorite contestant, admiring their quick thinking and vast knowledge. It's about the quiet satisfaction of a well-played game, regardless of who ends up with the most money. It's a mental workout that feels like entertainment, a daily dose of trivia that sharpens your mind without ever feeling like a chore. The show respects your intelligence. It challenges you, but it also rewards you. And now, that familiar comfort is easier to access than ever. Stream the latest episodes of Jeopardy! And Wheel of Fortune. Now on Hulu and Peacock. It's simple, clear, no pressure. Just access, because the truth is, this isn't just about one episode, or one clue, or one correct response. It's about the habit, the ritual, the comfort of knowing that whenever you're ready, whenever your brain wants a workout or your evening needs something familiar, it's right there, waiting for you. So go ahead, tune in and play along. You might be surprised by what you know. Thanks for watching. You can feel why this moment works so well. There's no flashy gimmick trying to distract you from what's important. There's no over-the-top noise or chaos. And instead, the focus stays exactly where it should be, on the words, on the thinking, on the genuine exchange of knowledge. It's about that unique joy you feel when you know something, immediately followed by the humility of learning something totally new just 5 seconds later. That's precisely why the banter, the simple back and forth, matters so much. When you hear someone say, "Dude, let's watch already," it's more than just a casual remark. It's an invitation. It's a signal that what you're about to do is just background noise for your evening. This is an event, a little ritual, even if it's one that happens every single day. Then comes that iconic question, what'll it be? And you realize that question isn't just for the contestant on screen. It's for you, sitting right there on your couch. What do you feel like tackling tonight? Are you in the mood for some deep history, a dive into language and etymology? Or maybe you're feeling bold and want to try your hand at fashion. And let's be honest, we've all been there. You pick a category that sounds deceptively easy, only to find out it's anything but. Jeopardy! Has this incredible way of making everyone feel included in the game. You don't need any special credentials or a fancy degree. You don't need to be perfect or have all the answers. All you really need is curiosity, a desire to learn and engage. And when you get one right, I mean really right, one of those deep-cut, obscure ones, that feeling is so personal. It's a private victory. You just have to say yes. That one word captures it all. The small win, the spark of satisfaction, the little reminder that your brain can still surprise you sometimes, that it holds on to these random, wonderful bits of information. Even the playful jabs you might share with a friend, like amateur hour, they carry a kind of affection. They're a reminder that no matter how smart you think you are, there's always another layer to uncover, another detail you missed, another clue waiting to flip your confidence completely upside down. And you know what? That's okay, because the real joy isn't in being flawless. It's in being engaged, in being part of the process. Think about a line like, "You say it first." There's a beautiful trust in that simple phrase. It's an acknowledgement that the moment is shared, that this experience isn't a competition between the people watching together. Winning isn't the only goal. And then, the response, "Why don't we say it at the same time?" That gets right to the heart of it all. It's about togetherness, It doesn't matter if you're in the same room or watching from miles apart. The experience syncs you up. You find yourselves thinking along the same tracks, chasing the same answers, your minds working in parallel. And when the final reveal comes, it's not just about whether you were correct or not. It's about recognition. It's that shared "oh." Sometimes, that's all you need. That quiet, collective moment of understanding, or surprise, or satisfaction. This shared rhythm is what makes watching feel so special. You're not just passively consuming content. You're actively participating. You're predicting. You're guessing. You're celebrating the wins and groaning at the misses together. It's a puzzle you solve as a team, even if your team is spread across the country. You find yourself leaning forward, whispering the answer just before the contestant does, hoping they get it right. It becomes a testament to the power of shared knowledge and the simple pleasure of thinking. The beauty of the show is that it never talks down to its audience. It respects your intelligence, it trusts you to keep up. And in a world that often feels divided, this little half-hour of trivia becomes a unifying force. It's a common ground where the only thing that matters is the thrill of the question. So next time you tune in, pay attention to those small moments. The shared glances, the whispered answers, the collective sighs of relief. Because that's where the real magic happens. It's in the quiet connection, the shared journey through questions and answers. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. Let's talk about what makes a show timeless. Take a category reveal on Jeopardy. For example, black tie fashion. At first you think you either know it or you don't, but that's where the magic happens. The clue isn't just a gatekeeper, it's an invitation. It's designed to meet you halfway, rewarding not just pure knowledge, but logic and observation too. Suddenly, a specific topic becomes accessible to everyone watching. It's a small detail, but it reveals so much about the show's brilliant design. This clever approach extends to the entire rhythm of the game. The pacing feels incredibly natural. You get these rapid-fire moments of excitement, followed by quiet pauses where you can actually think. It never feels rushed, but you're definitely never bored. It's a delicate balance that so many shows struggle to get right. Jeopardy respects your intelligence without demanding you be a genius. It challenges you without making you feel you're given just enough time to reason through an answer and just enough pressure to keep your heart racing. There's this one line from a promo that always stuck with me. The game is on when you are. It's so simple, but it perfectly captures the viewer's experience. You get to decide your level of engagement. You can be a casual player, shouting answers from the couch, or you can lean in, track your score, and really compete. The show adapts to you, not the other way around. It's this personal connection that makes it so compelling, episode after episode. And now, with streaming, that connection is stronger than ever. Gone are the days of memorizing TV schedules or worrying about missing an episode. The show is literally on when you are. The mood strikes after dinner, you can play. Have a quiet afternoon to yourself, you can play. It fits seamlessly into the pockets of your life, rather than demanding a huge chunk of your time. It's comfort, it's challenge, and it's always there waiting for you. This is why the show's call to action is so effortlessly effective. It doesn't need to oversell or create artificial hype. It just says, stream the latest episodes. That's all it takes. The show itself does the heavy lifting. It's an open door to a world of curiosity and friendly competition. You know that as soon as you press play, the rest will take care of itself. The music will start, the board will light up, and you'll be right back in the game. It's an experience that's both familiar and new every single time. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments what your favorite Jeopardy category is. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the shows we love. You know, there's a reason moments like the ones you see on Jeopardy stick with people for so long. It's not about the prize money. And honestly, it's not even always about getting the answers right. What really gets you is that feeling of being completely, mentally present. You're sharing a challenge, right there with the contestants and with the people you're watching with. It's this unique kind of enjoyment, something that doesn't need to be loud or flashy to be totally engaging. Think about watching it with someone you care about. The dialogue that happens on the couch feels so unscripted because it's just real life unfolding. You're talking over the theme music, maybe catching up on your day. Then, you both pause the conversation just long enough to catch the clue on the screen. And that amazing moment when you both shout out the same correct answer at the same time, followed by laughter. A simple phrase like "I love you" in that context might sound playful, but it's loaded with genuine appreciation. It's not just for the person next to you, but for the moment itself, or that shared experience. And that, right there, is the real hook. Unlike so much of today's media, Jeopardy doesn't demand that you binge watch it for hours on end. Instead, it invites you into a routine, a comfortable rhythm. It becomes a familiar checkpoint in your day, a little island of calm and focus, where the show progresses one clue at a time, giving your mind space to breathe and think. You're never overwhelmed. The structure keeps things moving at a steady, predictable pace, while the incredible variety of categories ensures that it never ever feel stale or repetitive. Every episode is a new adventure in knowledge. Even when you miss an answer, you're not really losing. You're gaining something. You walk away with a new piece of trivia, a new connection between ideas, or a little nugget of information that you'll remember the next time it comes up. That's the beauty of it. It's learning without the pressure of a classroom. It's entertainment without the excess and noise we're so used to. It's a quiet confidence that it delivers something of value. And that's exactly why the show has lasted for decades. It's why it still works so well in a world saturated with content. It's why those shared moments of watching, guessing, and learning together feel so timeless instead of dated. It's a simple pleasure, a shared intellectual curiosity, and a reminder that sometimes the quietest moments are the ones that resonate the most. It's more than just a game show. It's a cultural touchstone that brings people together, one question at a time. Thanks for watching. Remember that feeling. The one that used to be scheduled, fixed to a specific time, on a specific channel, in a specific room. You'd race to the couch, maybe grab a snack, and settle in. It was an event. It amplified what we already loved about them. It untethered the experience from a single screen and a rigid schedule. Now, that feeling travels with you. It fits into your life, not the other way around. You still hear the questions in that iconic way, that gentle cadence that invites you to play along. That rush of a small win. Each clue is another invitation to think just a little differently. You're not just passively watching, testing your own knowledge against the best. That's the beauty of it now. This experience isn't just a half-hour show anymore. It's a companion on your commute, a quick break during your workday, a relaxing way to wind down at night. It's always there, ready when you are. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. Something that feels both nostalgic and incredibly current. It's about that special feeling you get from certain shows. That sense of community and quiet satisfaction that is so rare in today's world of loud, flashy entertainment. I'm talking about game shows, specifically shows like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Game shows, aren't those just for rainy afternoons or something to have on in the background? And for a while, maybe I thought that too. But recently, I've rediscovered just how special they are. It's not about the big, dramatic spectacles or the over-the-top hype. It's something much deeper, much more personal. Think about it. When you're watching Jeopardy, it's not a passive experience. Your brain is firing on all cylinders. You're leaning in, trying to beat the contestants to the punch. You're whispering the answers or maybe shouting them at the screen. That moment, when you know the question to a tricky answer in the potpourri category before anyone else buzzes in. That's a real, tangible thrill. It's a little jolt of validation. A reminder that all those random facts you've collected over the years actually mean something. And it's a shared experience, even when you're watching alone. You know that thousands of other people are playing along right there with you. There's an unspoken connection. I remember watching one night in the final Jeopardy. Category was something like 20th century fashion. I'm no expert, but a clue popped up, and a specific term I'd read about once just surfaced in my mind. When the contestant revealed their answer, and it was the same as mine, I felt this incredible sense of victory. It wasn't about winning money. It was about being part of this collective intellectual pursuit. That's the magic. It's a show that trusts you. It respects your intelligence. It doesn't need to manufacture drama because the drama is inherent in the game itself. The tension of a daily double, the race against the clock, the strategic wagering, it's all organic. It's a show where knowledge is the hero. And then you have Wheel of Fortune, which offers a different, but equally comforting, kind of engagement. It's the ultimate puzzle you solve together with the contestants. How many times have you been sitting there, staring at a board full of letters, and suddenly, the phrase just clicks into place? You see it before anyone else does. You start yelling, by a vowel, by an E. You feel like you're right there in the studio, coaching them from your couch. It's about those simple, satisfying moments. The click of the wheel, the ding of a correct letter, the collective groan when someone hits bankrupt. It's a rhythm, a familiar and comforting routine that you can step into any time. It doesn't demand your undivided attention for an entire season arc. You can just drop in for an episode and be immediately swept up in the fun. It's a low-stakes, high-reward viewing experience. What really strikes me about both these shows is how they bring people together. I have such fond memories of watching with my family, competing to see who could solve the puzzle first. It's a tradition that spans generations. Grandparents can watch with their grandkids, and everyone can participate. It's a common ground, a shared cultural touchstone in a world that feels increasingly fragmented. In an age of binge-watch dark dramas that you have to pay close attention to for 10 hours straight, there's something beautiful about a show that you can just be with. It's there for you when you get home from a long day. It's waiting for you when you need a mental break. It's a constant. The game is on when you are. And that's the point, isn't it? It's not about the spectacle. It's about the quiet excitement. It's about that little rush of saying the answer out loud. It's about feeling like you're part of something, a silent community of puzzle solvers and trivia buffs. It's a show we're watching together, whether in the same room or across the country, matters just as much as getting it right. The great news is that it's easier than ever to get your fix. You don't have to be tied to a TV schedule anymore. You can stream the latest episodes of both Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune right now. They're available on Hulu and Peacock, ready whenever you are. Whether you just want to tackle one clue, solve one puzzle, or watch an entire episode, it's waiting for you. So, if you're looking for something that's more than just background noise, something that engages your mind and offers a genuine sense of shared joy, I highly recommend diving back into these classics. Let me know in the comments what your favorite game show memories are. Do you have a go-to category in Jeopardy? Have you ever solved a ridiculously hard Wheel of Fortune puzzle? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content. See you next time.